Yay, everybody, it's that time again. Hi.
Hello.
Time for Drinks with Dee Dee.
And John.
That's me. Love you.
Love you.
We have been traveling fools here lately. Pardon me, I have to wipe the travel out of my eyes.
We'll take our mugs right off.
Our mugs. What about our mugs?
They're Jim Banks mugs. I love Jim Banks. I've known him forever.
Here, hold it in your left hand. You're left-handed anyway, right?
Yes. Well, I'm ambidextrous.
Oh, well.
I feel like I'm right-handed this morning. But yes, I can do left-handed as well.
Yeah.
So Jim Banks, he's one of our U.S. senators. He's amazing, conservative, great guy, solid. I've known him so long. I was state chairman of Young Republicans, and I eventually became national chairman. But he was a county chairman, and now he's our U.S. senator.
That's so great. And it says on the back here, Jim Banks is respected by all, will never let you down, and has my complete and total, in large capital letters, endorsement, President Donald J. Trump. So here's to Jim Banks. I'm right-handed, so this is actually a left-handed. Did you know there's a right-handed and a left-handed coffee cup?
Well, they do have Donald J. Trump's name on the back, so you could probably do that. I don't think Jim would mind.
They do, but it's
teeny.
It's Jim's coffee cup, right? Anyhow.
And I thought that Lana Kiesling's name's on here somewhere, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we did an event in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Jim is from that area. Yeah, Jim is from that area, so that's why we have the cups. And they were in the green room, which was beautifully done. Lana Kiesling put together a wonderful event. It was to help Nicole Kiesling get elected. And John did an amazing show.
Yeah, yeah. Reelected, right?
Reelected, yeah.
So she's the incumbent. She's the incumbent, and she is the reporter, and has done remarkable things along the lines of tracking. Let me go back. Identifying, tracking, and stopping fraud in the world of
real estate,
title search, and things. You know, there's a lot of fraud.
It happens.
Just like we talk about how people get on the Facebook thing and say, "Hey, this is John. Go meet me over at Telegram." Well, that's the fraud there is rampant, but the fraud with regard to real estate is insane. So what she's done is she's protected people who are considering buying, people who have bought, people even who have had pieces of property in their family for generations. You know, these folks have figured out, the bad guys have figured out a way to get in there and steal your stuff. It really is, I think, the number one problem right now with the internet is fraud. Not just Minnesota, not just that kind of fraud, but it seems like there's a whole generation of people who would rather spend a bunch of time figuring out how to steal what you worked hard for than actually work hard for it themselves. And in so doing, they're developing. It's hard to do what they do. It's hard to set that up. So if they would why not get a job? Why not get your own stuff rather than come after mine? There are people out there that just feel they're entitled to everything, including your stuff. And Nicole has met that head on and done a wonderful job there at stopping it. So we want to keep her in office.
We need great elected officials on every single level.
Yep.
So municipal and county and state and federal. So it's all important.
But apparently the verdict is out, and we no longer need Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye. Bye, Jasmine.
Bye. See ya.
And I think she was really mad.
Don't let the door hit you in the attitude.
They cheated, and we were disenfranchised. Well, okay, you lost. So just deal with it. That's why you got to deal with it.
She's been a public embarrassment for a very, very long time. So the only person responsible for her being given the boot is her. Mm-hmm. So come on. Yeah. Stop it. Don't pull the race card. It's just absurd. It's ridiculous. And by the way, you know, that is something we need to put that race card. If you are considering taking the race card out, my race card, put it away, burn it. We don't need that problem. The only people who benefit from any two kinds of people or any two demographics of people or any two races of people, the only people or person who benefits from that is the one who has orchestrated your hatred of one another. So the last thing in the world that the people who benefit from our division want is for us to get along. So think that all the way through, no matter where you're from, no matter what pigment you are, no matter what your history is, think that all the way through.
I don't care if you're green or yellow or orange. Are you going to do the job? The true out it should be a meritocracy only, really.
Yeah. And we're in that direction. And it's just driving the race baiters crazy, driving them absolutely crazy. So let's get rid of that, shall we? I thought we had. I thought in my lifetime we had gotten rid of that. And somewhere along the line, somebody figured out that it was more beneficial to them. Remember, back to the fraud thing, more beneficial to them to have us not get along. In fact, I put something on YouTube, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, called "Who Benefits," and it's all about who benefits from our division. And if you don't like somebody and you don't know why, it's probably because someone told you needed to not like them.
Well, if you're listening to other people for that, you need to like rethink your thinking.
Yeah.
Because, make your own decision. And going back to the fraud a bit, we really have to deal with this a lot. People literally say, John is my husband. Or they say, John is my girlfriend or a boyfriend. I'm his girlfriend. Or they're like, look, I spent all my Christmas money on giving a gift card to John because this is absurd.
Yeah.
Look, John does not have time to do social media. Here and there, he'll post something.
Well, not like that. I mean,
but he's not going to Telegram. Meaning like he doesn't have time to have a conversation offline. It's usually Facebook. If you really want to, John uses Facebook more than anything else. Really, almost always Facebook. He's 90%. Not going to go to Telegram. 90%. He's not going to go.
I don't even have a Telegram account.
Right.
So the really smart folks out there, and I appreciate this, you will send a message on Facebook and say, hey, this seems a little suspicious. Did you just ask me to
it's always
meet
a no.
on Telegram? And no, I didn't. I don't use Telegram. I'm still trying to figure out Instagram and TikTok and X. I mean, I will post there, but I'm a poster. I'm not necessarily a responder.
Well, it's the conversation back and forth. When I say John doesn't have time for that, he doesn't. Meaning that come to an event, he'll chat with you, or there may be a post he'll respond to. That's okay. Look, right.
I forgot to shave this morning.
But to have just sit there and have a conversation back and forth about
there's no time.
Or the groceries or whatever, it's not going to happen. We are so busy.
I'm trying to get the time to read a book.
Really.
But now I will. It's funny. I will, because Facebook will pop up. There'll be something from a Dukes site and some great fact or tidbit, or somebody will say something that I want to respond to. So I do. I will do that. Oh yeah, the gentleman is great.
I'm talking about a private conversation that they always say, hey, I'm private John Schneider. You can tell it's broken English and they're out of Nigeria or somewhere. That is fake.
I want talk.
Do not give anyone any money. I mean, unless there's a hat at the store or something, at the store it's legitimate. But other than that, don't give any money. Don't spend any time on it because it's fraud. So.
Right. By the way, we have a brand new shirt, a couple of brand new shirts. One's a General Lee 01 shirt that is really, really great. Go check it out at the. Here's a picture of it right here. And then there's another one that's about bringing back the Dukes. Bring back Dukes. And there's a little confusion here. I'm confused too, because I went and I looked for the article that said Tubi was going to be rerunning the Dukes of Hazzard, the second season of the Dukes of Hazzard cartoon, starting March 1st, right?
And guess what?
I don't see it there. And a bunch of people said, hey, we looked for it and we don't see it.
Everybody was excited about it. And
so me too. But you can find it, but it's on some site. If you have a Apple TV or you have a search function on your television, you can find it. But it's like from $2.99, so you have to purchase it. We did. And I'm not.
It's cute.
I'm not doing an ad for the Dukes cartoon. I think we should wait a little bit and see if maybe Tubi announced the date wrong. Tubi is great. I've got a bunch of movies on Tubi, so I don't know where the disconnect is there. But we did hear, because I read it, and Dee Dee read it, that they were going to be showing the Dukes cartoon.
They probably will. Maybe it's just a delay.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe I have no idea what happened.
The good news is Warner Brothers. Guess what? Warner Brothers, that gave John such a hard time back in the day and didn't give the money for the merchandise and kicked him off the show for a while. And everybody said, please bring him back.
We didn't come back. We weren't kicked off. We were not kicked off. Warner Brothers hated it that we left, but we left because it was a matter of principle and a matter of mathematics. So accounting. So anyway, Warner Brothers is not going to Netflix, which is great news.
Yay, very good news.
Warner Brothers is going to buy, I think it's 99% done.
I think it's done.
To Paramount, the wonderful family actually now that owns Paramount. So we actually have a conservative multiple studio owner now.
Well, we'll say conservative-ish.
Well, far more conservative
than, way better than the alternative.
Yeah.
Way better than the alternative.
Yeah.
But there's a very good chance the Dukes will come back. So the tide is turning. It is the golden era.
You gotta wear your shirt.
Bring back Dukes. Yeah.
You gotta be seen in public. We have to flood the internet with pictures of people wearing Bring Back Dukes.
And we were going to wear those this week, but we're not home yet, so we didn't quite make it home. And there's a good reason for that, because we made our 33rd state. Yay.
Which was
Michigan.
And we went to a wonderful place in Michigan, the Henry Ford Museum. And we intended to go to Greenfield Village, which is, Dee Dee hadn't seen it yet because it's not open until mid-April, because they have a lot of historic performers. I mean,
it's really a village. You're outside.
But they're outside, or they're in houses that have no heat. And right now, when we were there yesterday, I think it was 29, 30 degrees. So it was cold. It was cold and about to, it was a little warmer. It might have been 35.
And one reason we're having coffee and bourbon, because it is a bit chilly out still, but it's getting better. We're in March.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Spring is around the corner. It's very exciting.
Spring is about to spring.
But John and I like all 4 seasons. You know, we live in a place where we do have all 4 seasons.
Yep.
But it's just about.
We also have a Holiday Inn. No, I'm kidding. We don't have a Holiday Inn. It was a hotel joke. So we'd love to sell you a shirt from the store, but if you don't want to get a shirt or you can't get a shirt, have a white T-shirt and put on your white T-shirt with a Sharpie, Bring Back Dukes. Okay, we want, like I said, we want to flood the internet with people who want the Dukes of Hazzard back on. You don't have to say Dukes of Hazzard. People know what Dukes is. So, or who Dukes are, who Dukes be. They know who that is. So go ahead and get you a shirt from the store, johnschneider.shop, or put it on there with a Sharpie. Or if you've got a shirt from way back when, you've got a General Lee shirt or a Bo Luke and Daisy shirt or anything.
Bo shirt that you sleep in.
Or a Bo Delicious shirt, then go ahead.
Yeah, it is kind of cute here and there. People, I still have my I Love Bo nightgown. I mean, that nightgown's been around a minute because they're like 60 years old or something. So I admire
Easy
that.
now.
Well, it's true. They said they slept in it every night and they still have it.
I feel like I slept in it last night. I slept really good. And I feel kind of like, oh, well. So we went to the Henry Ford Museum, which is absolutely wonderful.
But they call it the Henry Ford.
Just the Henry Ford.
The Henry Ford.
The Henry Ford. And they have, it's the Museum of Innovation. So they have cars, like a bunch of presidential limos they have there. Yes, they have Kennedy's limo. They have Theodore Roosevelt's carriage, his presidential carriage.
Because he didn't like engines, he liked horses.
Right. So it's astonishing. They have race cars. They have other innovations, like they have planes. They have the age of flight. They have a wonderful replica of Orville and Wilbur's first airplane, the one that flew at Devil's Hill.
Island? Devil's Hill.
Devil's Hill in Kitty Hawk. So I was always taught that it was, and by the way, we were there for the 250th birthday.
Not long ago.
Not long ago. So it is in Kitty Hawk, but more specifically, it is at Devil's Hill. And it's an amazing place, and you'll see that when you see the documentary. But this museum is wonderful. It also has
trains, huge trains, farming equipment. It's huge.
Oh gosh, yep.
Pieces of farming equipment.
From horse-drawn to the Model A. You know, the Model A was actually was built to help farmers farm because you could take the wheel off and attach a pulley to it, and it would operate farm equipment, kind of like a. Oh gosh, forgive me, folks, if I get this wrong. Is it a PTU that's on the back of a tractor? I think so, but it developed into that, where that's where you hook up your post hole digger, you hook up your mower. So that came from belts that were on the back of a Model A, and I think also a Model T. But they have a wonderful American history part where they actually have. It's a copy of the Declaration of Independence. They have a bunch of great things in there, to include the actual bus, the Rosa Parks bus that she got on. That bus is there. So the things that are in here, other than the Wright brothers plane, that is a replica, but Kennedy's car is Kennedy's car. Eisenhower's car, which was huge, which I think is funny because Dwight Eisenhower was not a big man. That's there. And the Rosa Parks bus is there. Some combines are there. Some this monstrous thing that I don't think would fit in this room, whose job was to make the casings for light bulbs. And as I read the little thing, 14 of these machines supplied like 90% of the light bulbs in the world. And of course, this was developed by Ford and his friends. One of his best friends was Thomas Alva Edison. So when those two guys rubbed their heads together and tried to figure something out, it was going to get figured out.
And those gorgeous cars. You have Indy 500 cars. You have all the way back to Model Ts, even a Model F, I think. And then they had my first car. I'm very loyal to Ford. I love Fords. That's what I drive. And my first car was a 66 Mustang convertible. That one was white that we looked at. Mine was baby blue. And it's a gorgeous car. I love Fords.
Yep. And then remember that other Mustang? It was smaller. It was like a GT something.
Oh, that's so many.
Only one. There was only one of them, and
If
it's
you love
and
cars,
it's there.
go.
Yeah, if you love cars, you love farm equipment. There's John Deere there, and these are John Deere tractors that were made here. And guess what? John Deere tractors are going to be made here again.
Yay!
This is great news.
It's great news.
Great news. And
Ford, the most American car. There are a lot of reasons for that.
give us two.
Well, one is that they didn't take the bailout. I mean,
That's
it
right.
is made in America. Our Raptor, the Ford fleet that we've had, is made in Michigan. Sometimes they're made in different places. I think that the excursions, maybe expeditions made in Louisville, Kentucky. But for sure,
Right.
the Raptor that we drive, that John drives, is made in Detroit, Michigan, and it's got the little sticker.
Yep.
So it was kind of cool.
Hamtramck or Dearborn, because we saw the a sheet metal pressing plant in Dearborn.
Yeah,
Hey,
it may have just said
my
Michigan.
gosh.
I think it did. I think it was Michigan, but it had the proud sticker on there. But it was fun because we saw Ford everywhere. The headquarters, another headquarters, a stamping plant, the factory where they, I think, actually make some of the cars.
Yep.
So yeah, that's Ford country for sure. So we were happy yesterday.
Now, next time we come, we're going to go to Greenfield Village. I don't know if we're going to get to do that before the 4th of July, because we're kind of booked solid, but maybe. And when you come here, you can also sign up for a tour of the assembly plant of the factory. So you can go in there and see what's going on in there. If you come when Greenfield Village is open, you can ride on a paddle boat, a real paddle boat.
Or Model T.
You can ride on a Model T around.
I would love that. That'd be fun.
Take you around, or it might be a model. Anyway,
An old one.
an old one, and you can get it in any color as long as it's black. That's what they said way back when. Any color as long as it's black. And you can also ride on the train. They have a steam locomotive that goes through Greenfield Village, and I believe they have a passenger car in there. You can feel just like I did when I was doing Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, because I got to ride on a steam engine there in the fabricated Colorado Springs, Colorado, which was really in Agora Hills, California, where Dukes had filmed on many occasions, and also MASH filmed not far from that area. But it's really, really great. The museum is fantastic. You can get a ticket just for that, or just for Greenfield Village, or just for the tour of the factory, or you can get a combined ticket and do all of it. But plan on spending a day
Two.
for each of those things. A day at the museum, a day at Greenfield Village, and a day at the factory. It really will be well worth your while. They have a terrific bookstore there as well. I bought a couple of books yesterday. I'm excited about reading them. Here's one about the Electric City. This was This was Henry Ford and Thomas Edison's brainchild that I'd never heard of until I read the introduction here. It was actually going to be right in near Muscle Shoals, Alabama. How about them apples? Let's see. This I did the
Well,
did
before
we
that,
since we spoke last? Didn't the whole event in Iran happen?
oh yeah,
Because that hadn't happened
that
when
was
we
like,
spoke
in
last.
fact, it was about right then. It was like just starting to happen, or it was just like it was going to be. It was declared, but that was on our minds. And now Donald Trump has just destroyed Iran, or at least the government entities, and the Ayatollah is dead.
See, how do we say it? Because it's not the
Not the people, but the government.
yeah, and I think the news, the news put up this war with Iran, or Iran, or have war with, and it's not. It's not a war with Iran. It's a war with the militant. Gosh, I'm not sure, but these people
They're butchers.
They
I mean,
were
they're
in
terrible.
charge illegally. They took charge. They took Iran. So this is not a war with the Iranian people.
No, of
This
course
is a
not.
military action against an illegitimate military faux government
No,
that has subjugated these people for at least the last 47 years.
The Iranian people are thrilled about it all over the country, just like Venezuela. They want to be free. They want to, when as soon as this started happening, the government turned off their internet. They want to keep them in the dark, and they want to
Right.
butcher them, and they want to torture them, and that's what they do. And so when you see that there's a huge Iranian population, Iranian American, Persian American population in LA, they're dancing in the streets. They're thrilled. The people are thrilled. It's just the Ayatollah and company and his brothers or cousins or whatever that have just taken all the resources from Iran and been terrible with the people.
Yep.
They're the ones that aren't happy, but most of them are gone, so too bad. But the people are happy all over the world, just like same thing with Venezuela.
Yep.
They're like, go Trump. We love Trump. Thank you.
And what President Trump has said to them, he said right after this happened, he said, basically, we have now delivered to you a stage where you can be free people, but you've got to do something. We've given you the stage, like I said, to go out and recapture your country, your beautiful country. So this is really probably a once in a lifetime opportunity, because this is not a war with Iran. This, like I said, is a military action. There's a big difference. A war is you go in and you are fighting a country. This is an illegitimate branch of a wonderful country that we have done in a very large way. That to cut that shit out is what President Trump said, and he said it many, many times. And the Ayatollah apparently didn't believe him. And if you are if you're the leader of an illegitimate regime out there in the world somewhere, and President Trump says, no, 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 you better believe what he says, because he's coming at you. And he did. And now all of those, I think all of the top echelon of this illegitimate military power in Iran is gone. Now, there are still people who are firing missiles. There are still folks who have their hands on what few switches are left. But it's kind of the military action version of a lame duck. They've got nothing. They've got nothing, and we are very happy for the Iranian people. We're happy for that country. I have not been there. But if it's anything like I've been to Turkey, I've been to Ephesus, I've been to some beautiful places over in that area of our world, and it's going to thrive. But now it's time for the people to take charge, right? And I think they're ready to. I think the government that was overthrown is still there, and now hopefully they'll build it back up, or they're in the process of building it back up, so they can take their country back and give it to the people who deserve it.
Nobody wants a government like that. It's oppressive. It's terrible. It's just unfair. You know, they see what America's like. Everybody wants to be like America. That's why everyone risks their lives, or they send their children over in a very bad way. With and we just found out that during the Biden administration, we'll say allegedly, but they would actually have traffickers dealing with kids. That Christy Nome just announced that. And how terrible. I mean, it's one thing when you mistreat adults, it's terrible, but little kids, it's horrible. Anyway, but let's, on a brighter note.
On a brighter note.
We've been hammering and all that. Let's give away a hat. So I love this hat. I know, I can't help it, but I do, and I wear it all the time. So it's like an old friend. But,
hey, buddy, how you doing? I do my thing.
But it's one you can use a lot. You're going to put it on. People do like it.
I will.
Somebody called you a Huggy Bear for the last show.
I've got to spin it.
He's like, I love Starsky and Hutch. And you look like Huggy Bear.
I think I called me Huggy Bear.
Is that it? Okay.
Where does this go? In the front?
I don't know. In the back.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, usually in the back. Okay. So anyway, here's the question.
Wait a minute. I'll go over here.
After John models it.
Oh, this one's a little small for me. Rakish tilt.
See, I think you kind of look like, either the Scarecrow or maybe like in Hillbilly Country, which, I love Hillbilly Country.
Yahoo! Mountain Dew! Right.
Yeah.
I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. Why, my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. Okay, enough of that.
So here's a question. I went in and get it right, so I'm going to read it. What state has the highest percentage of residents driving American brand cars?
Confusion. State of confusion.
What state has the highest percentage of residents driving American brand cars? So yeah, what state has the most American car drivers? That's not really appropriate English-wise. We like to do that. We like to kind of talk silly sometimes. But yeah, what state has more people driving American cars than any other state?
That takes too many words.
Then you say it the way you want to say it.
What state has more American car drivers than any other state?
Perfect.
That's what I want to know.
Simplistic. That's best.
Simplistic. And again, when you enter into this contest and you get a message from Dee Dee that says, congratulations, you won a hat, please send us your address.
And name.
So that we can get you the hat.
We can't get it to you if you don't send it.
We still have like 5 hats at home that no one has claimed.
Yeah. Maybe I think more than that.
Yeah. So on one hand, we've got people saying, hey, we spoke on Telegram all day yesterday. And that's not true. And then we've got hats that are sitting there. So please, let us know who you are, where you live, so we can send you your beautiful hat.
And check out our map. We are doing so well. Michigan was state 33. We have 4 months, basically 16 weeks to get, is it 17 states left? If we're at 33, I think that's the number. Well, one of them is Alaska.
And that's up to 50.
One of them is Alaska. So that's going to be a tricky one, but we'll get there. And a lot of the Northwest, beautiful part of the country. Now, we've still got 3 states on the East Coast, and I think 3 or 4 in the South, but I think 3. Anyway, we'll make it work. We've got East, We've got South, we've got Northwest, and then we put Alaska in its own category. But 16 weeks is going to come by really fast. So that's basically 4th of July. We're not sure where we'll be there yet, but we have an offer. We've been trying to keep that kind of open because it's a very special time at the end of our tour. But we'll let you know when we know.
Now, we've been in, where were we last week? Were we in Vegas last week when we did the show?
Viva Las Vegas.
Is that where we were?
We were in St.
My
Louis. No,
gosh.
not St. Louis. We were in Springfield, I believe.
So we've been to Vegas since we saw you, and we've been to a wonderful little town that was very near and dear to my heart. That I think Dee Dee was surprised that it was so cool. Ely, Nevada. Ely, Nevada is a place that I've been to 5, 6 times doing a race called the Silver State Classic Challenge, and it is a copper mining community. And
Or did we do it there? I'm looking. Now I'm confused.
I don't know where we were last.
I'm checking.
We do the show on Wednesday.
Usually.
I don't think we were in anyway. It's a really fantastic little place. The folks at the Hotel Nevada were wonderful, wonderful to us. And if you're going to go to Ely, you have to want to go there. It's not really on the way to anywhere.
No.
Unless you're going. If you want to take a trip to Wendover, which is a casino on the on the Nevada-Utah border, but it's also the place where they practice dropping faux atomic bombs, and they hid the planes out in a. It's now a museum, but it is a decommissioned military base in Wendover. I think Wendover is officially Utah. But you can go from Vegas to Ely to Wendover, or you can go straight to Wendover. But if you are ever going to take a trip to Wendover and check it out, because it's a wonderful museum as well, then I recommend you go through Ely. If you're coming from Salt Lake, then go to Wendover and then go check out Ely. It's a bit of a drive, but for some reason it was like 213 miles from Vegas, but it didn't seem like it was that far somehow. Now, I've done it before where it seems like it's forever because a lot of the roads are straight. I mean, you're driving and you look and you think, my gosh. But here's a couple of pictures from our experience.
We were in Vegas.
We were in Vegas.
We were
Okay.
still in Vegas. We did the podcast and then we took off.
We hadn't gone to Ely yet.
No.
Okay. So here are a couple of pictures from our time in Vegas and also our time in Ely, Nevada, and also our time. Did we take any pictures of the two of us in Greenfield Village? I don't think so. I
took a lot of pictures of you.
And I think I took some pictures of you, but I don't think I have any of the two of us.
So we do get that a
Chat
lot.
GTP.
People will say like, "Oh, well, where's Dee Dee? Where's Dee Dee?" Well, I'm always the picture taker, and I like doing that. I don't like to be in a lot of pictures. I mean, John's the guy who should be featured because he's pretty much the host. I'm like a little bit of a sidekick for this tour, but John is the star and the host. So we take the pictures of him mostly. But I'll be part of it. I'm part of it too. All good.
Well, here's some pictures of our experiences there. That was fun. It's been a great time. I've enjoyed every minute of our Happy Birthday America tour.
My goodness, what a great time we've had.
Yep. And again, this is to wet your whistle. We're not going to be the be all and end all explaining every state in this glorious union of ours. We are really here to say, hey, here's a cool place that maybe you never thought of. So check this out. Check this out. So that when you travel on your own, you'll perhaps go check those places out. Or if you can't travel, you'll have some interesting places to check out on the internet. We just want to encourage curiosity about our country.
We have such a beautiful country, and it's so vast and varied. I mean, we were not long ago driving the Raptor on a beach. And
right.
And
in South Carolina.
Yeah, that was great. And then, before that,
the Outer Banks.
Mentioned Kitty Hawk. And then, we went to the donkey place, the burro place, Oatman. That was amazing. And the copper mine, boy, that had a different feel there. I felt it.
Yeah, explain that.
It's just, whenever you're around certain minerals, and copper does affect people differently. For me, I just could feel a vibe the entire time I was there. In fact, I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning and couldn't go back to sleep.
Did you think the Hotel Nevada was haunted? Or
I would say there was energy. There was certain energy there, yes.
Inhabited.
John saw a ghost. I think we mentioned that on a past show, but John saw a ghost.
But she was just counting chips. And she was like, oh, hey.
In New Mexico. Well, I felt the buzz the entire time there. And then, before that, look, we had we always have a ball in Vegas. We love Vegas. We got married there, so it's special. And we just always have a good time. And it's nice because, for the most part, you see people having a good time. Here and there, somebody lost and they're kind of down in the dumps. But for the most, I'd say 99.9% people are having a ball there. They go there to have fun.
Yep. And we want to thank our great people at Enterprise Rent-A-Car in Vegas, Sierra. And shoot, the young lady I bought the coffee for. Darn it.
That was a mountain of sugar and spice.
It was a Starbucks. It would be so hard to work on this particular floor of the, where were we? We were at the Planet Hollywood. And the desk at Enterprise was looking right at the Starbucks. And I would imagine that if you had a desk looking at Starbucks, you'd probably spend a little time
thinking about it.
You'd think about it and you'd do it. But anyway, they were wonderful. I had gotten a T-shirt and a sweatshirt at the Hotel Nevada and a hat at the Hotel Nevada, and accidentally left them in the rental car and went back the next day, and bam, they were on it and they got it and they drove it over. They were wonderful. And somebody saying, oh, they're wonderful because they knew who you were. Well, they did know who I was, but the first day there were like 3 customers in front of me, and I waited in line, and these folks were absolutely wonderful to everybody. So Enterprise Rent-A-Car, thank you. We're not sponsored by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. We rent cars just like anyone else who rents a car. But I do believe that when people are above and beyond, like the young lady last night, we were at, what was the name of that place? Mel's Diner? No, that's a great restaurant, by the way, out of Hollywood. What's it called?
Very close. Eddie Merlot's.
Eddie Merlot. Yeah, not really Mel's Diner.
Yeah, but it was great. But it's one of those chains that it's not a big chain, but it's a very good chain, like Capitol Grill or although Ruth Chris and Capitol Grill have gotten pretty big.
Yeah.
Eddie Merlot, not as big, but excellent. Just, those great steakhouses that have wonderful variety. And yeah, we rolled in there like 30 minutes before closing because we drove from Detroit, and it was rough.
Dearborn, yeah.
Yeah, it was, the weather did not let up. We kept seeing people on the side of the road, and finally it's like,
one in the middle of the road.
Oh yeah, instead of going all the way home, we're like, let's stop in Cincinnati. So we did, and it's where we are.
Yep. But this young lady who was there was fantastic. Yep. She was
over and above the Call of Duty.
She was cleaning every bottle and cleaning every glass shelf. She was on it. And
looking at it and making sure it was just right. So that was
making sure there were no water spots in anything. And then earlier yesterday, I'm going to send you, here's a picture of a place that was called Stoner's Gag and Gift and Magic Shop.
For 39 years or 49
years
or whatever it was.
They've been in business for 49 years, and they were there.
Giving away goofy, silly.
And that was right in Fort Wayne, 2 blocks from the courthouse, which is beautiful, by the way. It looks kind of like our nation's capital. But this young lady, Tammy, I believe is her name, was fantastic. I used to do a lot of magic tricks, right? And so when I saw that on the sign, I felt like a little kid again. And I told her that when we went inside. And I asked for some very specific card tricks or coin tricks and things. And bam, she knew right where they were. So I got to be a little kid again, like I was going to Tannen's Magic Store on Times Square in Manhattan. When I was a kid, I used to save up my allowance and my paper route money and my shoe shine money and all that kind of stuff. And once, or maybe if it was a great year, twice a year, my mother would take me down to Tannen's in New York, and I would get, some magic. And it was funny because my brother used to kid me, because I would look for magic party tricks and all that kind of stuff. And when I saw that sign yesterday, I immediately thought of him, thought of being a kid again. It was great. And then come to find out, I thought anyway, that the name Stoners was just kind of a fun name because it's like cool junk sold for it was very clever. But this is actually the gentleman who owns it, the family who owns it. Their last name is Stoner. So if you're ever in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and you're looking for some a Svengali deck, or you're looking for
Lincoln rings. We'll post it.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
So I urge you to go there. It's also a costume shop. The stuff is in the car, but I got we both got hats for St. Patrick's Day, St. Patty's Day, and I got a couple of different magic apparatus, and we got what else did we get? It was just great.
I got a hat.
So see, you find these things. You're not going to find those at a truck stop. You're not going to find cool stuff like that at a truck stop.
Well, she said it used to only be magic, and kind of was like, well, it's kind of the bygone days. People just don't get into magic like they used to. John is. A lot of people, they just.
Yeah, it's kind of gone by the wayside. It's now the big like Chris Angel illusions and things. By the way, Chris Angel was playing at the at Planet Hollywood with a special guest star, Alice Cooper. And we didn't get to see the show. We kind of it was a little bit too late for us to get tickets. But the next morning when we were leaving, I have played golf with Alice Cooper, and
He's very good, right?
he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's not a big man, but he's amazing. It always amazes me when someone who is
100 years old or heavy or little.
he's
And
not
they just-
100 years old, but he's
No,
older than me.
I mean, golfers, we're physically fit, and for the most part, John is more than I am. But these people are getting out of wheelchairs to golf, basically, and they're killing us.
Right, but Alice Cooper is not in a wheelchair.
No.
Alice Cooper is not in a wheelchair, but
he's little guy.
he is older than I. If you're a golfer, then he's like the size of Gary Player, and Gary Player can hit the ball at his age. I don't know. Gary is probably 80, and I'll bet you he can still hit the ball 250, 275 yards without any seeming effort at all.
We see it all the time.
And watching Alice Cooper hit a golf ball it just defies logic. So all that to say that I saw him walking through the lobby to the elevator, and you know how it is. You get about 10 steps, and you think, wait a minute, that was. And I turn, and by the time I turn, he was already.
And we get that all the time.
But I wanted to say hi. Alice Cooper, if you're watching this podcast, then I'm sorry that I missed you that day. I just didn't want to come and tap you on the shoulder because you might hit me with a 9-iron.
But when we got to Vegas, we stayed at the Waldorf, and it was so beautiful. And I wanted to mention it because Peacock
They
Alley,
were wonderful too.
beautiful. I mean, really, just to go and stand in that room, you will feel special. Plus, the view's incredible.
Yep.
And then they close up about 5 or 6 or whatever.
From the hard shake, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that the bar?
the hard shake. That's
So
what they
Peacock
call
Alley,
it.
and then the hard shake, which is apparently some way to shake a martini that's special. And the bartender was funny that night. He said, "Yeah, when we first started, they were all about the hard shake." And he said it was just too hard to get it right, so we stopped doing it, but we kept the name.
So it's always a bit of the conversation. Why is it called that? I really thought it was like a Shake Shack or something.
Right, she thought she was going to go get
it
a
was like,
smoothie.
really, we're going over here, and it's beautiful. It's nice. So yeah, the name is a little bit different than.
Yeah, like you said, the view is absolutely incredible.
So if
And
you can
we
go
talked
up there
about
for that. You should go just for that.
I
You
just
don't have to
remember
stay there.
we did talk about that last week because I mentioned that Dollar and Gabbana was right. I took a picture of Dolce and Gabbana.
And did we do it in Ely?
Is that what it is?
I thought we
Dolce
did.
and Gabbana. Dolce?
Dollar and Gabbana.
I know, but what's
It
it's
is
the real
Dolce,
store?
yeah.
Dolce.
Dolce and Gabbana.
And Gabbana. Yeah. But we went from there to Ely, took the drive, and that is part of the Happy Birthday America tour. Because, like I said, I did the Silver State Classic Challenge several times, 5 times at least, maybe 6. And last time I was on that road, I was doing anywhere from 130 to 160 miles an hour in a '69 Dodge Charger, and it was a lot of fun. I think at that point, Jim was my co-pilot. So Jim Caviezel was my co-pilot one of the times I did it.
JC.
And while we were doing the race, now not the actual race, while we were getting ready to do it, when we were going out there, he was looking at his book, The Passion of the Christ, and he was learning Aramaic as we were doing that. So it was phenomenal time. I also did it with my dad. Look it up online, Silver State Classic Challenge. It's a great thing. If you have a need for speed, it's something you can do yourself. It happens twice a year, May and September.
Speaking of May, we're excited to be going
Highway
back to the
318.
Derby.
Sorry. Yeah, we're going to the Kentucky Derby. And they're off.
And
I
Toy's
remember
fine.
about that. Rubber band is in the stretch and girdle is falling behind.
But Unbridled Eve, they kind of
That's funny.
they put the festivities together, and they they raise money for kids and put things in backpacks for kids, and so it's that's a good cause too. So a lot going on that first Saturday in May. We'll be there.
Yep, it's going to be any minute. I think that was ice. Or maybe it's haunted here.
Could be. Never know. But wanted to thank you again for always giving us suggestions, because you really have a lot of good ones. We've
Yep.
used some of them. We will go to these places maybe at another time. Right now, we have a finite amount of time to get the tour done by July 4th. And again, it's 4 months. So that's 16 weeks. And we've got 17 places to go.
So we have Alaska, we have Wyoming, we have Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin,
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Did we do Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, we did Florida. So that's 7. Maryland, right?
Maryland, Delaware, New York,
Delaware. We
Louisiana,
did New York. We did New York.
Alabama.
Louisiana. I think we have a great plan for that.
We do. Mississippi.
So that's 10. Mississippi. Yeah. So
we've got like the East Coast. You've got that little spot in the South, which is pretty easy for us. But it's cold now, so it's where we should be.
Yeah, we did.
But
We
we'll get it all.
we almost went to Colorado, but the weather report was not great. So we did not. We chose the southern route, but it was great. I mean, we started in California, went California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, and then we came back home.
We also have Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa. So we do have quite a few more. We've got 17 more.
We do Iowa. We're going to sing a Music Man song, because that's where oh gosh, Meredith Wilson, who wrote The Music Man, is from. So that'll be great. We got Trouble right here in River City.
So we got Plain States, and then Northwest, and then we've got the little area of the South, and the 3 states in the East, and Alaska. That's it. But it's still a lot. So any suggestions that you have, let us know.
Maybe we'll go to Muscle Shoals.
We use them. We do.
Yeah. And we try to route it. So maybe we can go to Muscle Shoals. I haven't been to Muscle Shoals in a while, and now I've got
Is
new
that close to
information.
Birmingham? We have a Comic-Con in Birmingham before the 4th.
Oh, cool.
So that's Alabama. We won't tell you about Louisiana because we can't yet.
No, can't tell you yet.
Mississippi.
It's gonna be huge.
I have to check.
That'd be great.
I think the Mississippi, we have a casino we're doing. I believe that is before July 4th. Have to check.
Right.
Scheduling is quite involved. Put it that way.
Yeah. And I'm editing feverishly. Yes. I wish I just finally hit on how to do it, because when we did Nevada, you say Nevada, I say Nevada. When we did that, by the time we were getting out of Nevada, I already finished that segment. So I wish, now in retrospect, I wish I had, every time we did a state, I wish I had stopped at a rest area or somewhere and at least done a basic outline of that state with all the video we'd taken. But that's what I'm going to do from now on. So
it's going to be amazing, though.
It's really fun.
The raw footage is so great, and John is so good at it, and such a good host. He's a natural host. So, although I did win an Emmy for that as well, but I'm kind of more on the producer side of it. So, we are having a ball.
Yep, we're having a ball, having a great time. Oh, got to remember to get an oil change today.
Oh yes, there's a lot to do.
Put a string on my finger to remind myself that I have something to do, and then I forget why I put the string on.
We have things on the weekend, so now the tour is going to be it's going to get a little different, because we're going to have those through the week. We've got like 4 days where we're going to go to Minnesota and back, or we're going to go to
we're going to have to start
in Minnesota and back.
We call it throwing darts now.
Yeah, we're going to have to start throwing darts.
We would do a great line through several states, but now we're going to have to do that.
And Alaska is a big dart, so I think we're going to.
That's a big dart.
We want it to be fairly warm when we go, because it's never really, really warm. Maybe a month.
Alaska's gorgeous. I was in Alaska. It's been quite some time, but Alaska is absolutely beautiful. So we've learned a lot about our country. We've learned a lot about the people in our country. We've done a bunch of the Route 66 trip, but also There is, I guarantee you, wherever you live, there's a road that used to be the main road that is now no longer the main road. Maybe it's the business route of I-40 or 20 or 10 or 55 or who knows what. But go travel on that road and see if there aren't some ma and pa places that are still open that you can frequent. You can make them your new favorite go-to breakfast joint, or your new favorite pool hall, or your new favorite Slurpee or snow cone or donut. You know, there's a lot of donut shops on those old streets because donut shops used to be very important. I know because I was a donut on television. But I guarantee you that in your town there is something like that, and they need your appreciation. They need to be shown a little love.
We try to go a lot of, we can't always, but we try to go to a lot of mom and pop shops, and they're always so nice and so appreciative.
The other night, on Monday night, after we did the event for Nicole and for Lana, it was 9:00, 9:30, and it was like, well, where are we going to go? And the only thing we could find that was open was a kind of a chain restaurant. Won't mention who it is, but then Lana met us in the parking lot, and she said, "Oh, there's this place
At a local place."
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was a barbecue.
That.
Great.
So good.
Ribs, great. My gosh, the jalapeno cornbread and that soup. It was some sort of a bean and vegetable soup, white bean, and put a little of that cornbread in there, and like they say in Louisiana, that is slap your mama. So good. And brisket, I had some brisket, was fantastic. Although the sauce on the brisket didn't bother her at all, but I have a tendency to breathe in. I do it with popcorn too, and it's a bad idea because it'll get stuck. But I was breathing in the fumes off this sauce, and I don't know what was in it, but my gosh, it gave me a coughing fit. It's a kind of sauce. It's great. Didn't give me the hiccups, so it wasn't like it was hot that way. But there was something in it. I don't know if it was vinegar or whatever was in it. It was fantastic, but it made my eyes water.
John and I agree on that. We both like to have hot sauce of some sort. Like last night, we had the I always forget horseradish. So we like to mix it. So it's like the creamy and the raw. So we have that.
And then we'll put red flakes on top of that.
Yeah, we love red flakes. We use a lot of chili flakes.
Yeah.
And then, Cholula, whatever, sriracha, I love that. But that's something we agree on, something that we kind of differ on, that you all have commented, that I prefer lunch and John prefers breakfast at, say, about 11 o'clock. I mean, if I can get lunch, I'm going to
You'll eat lunch at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I do. I love it. I don't know. I just prefer that food.
There are chickens out there that went through tremendous discomfort for your breakfast.
Well, I eat the chicken, you eat the egg.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So we cover, and then we come together at supper or dinner or whatever you want to call it.
They say the difference between involved and committed is, well, at breakfast, the chicken is involved, but the pig is committed.
For real. John loves bacon. I prefer ham. Not that you all care.
The only thing better than bacon is more bacon.
Right. But, after you're married for a while, we're very, very, very happy and have fun every day. We know each other's food choices. And a lot of times we share. Usually we'll share. And so we're very considerate about that, having a little bit of both and what we like. So it's a lot of fun. Our meals are fun too.
Now, I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. If you love popcorn and if you love breakfast, here's what you do. When you make your bacon in the morning, if you like bacon, and I love bacon, you've got the bacon grease left in the pan, in the skillet. Well, take that. I have my popcorn, what do you call that?
Kettle.
Pot. It's that big. We don't need a whole lot of popcorn, but I have that right there.
Yes, we do.
I eat it like a shovel.
We do. We find it in bed.
But I'll eat on the floor. It's everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere. But I will take the grease from the fresh cooked bacon while it's still hot, and I'll pour it in my container for popcorn. And then later that very night, when it's time to make popcorn, I'll put the popcorn in the bacon grease. So you turn it on, you heat it up. You might have to add a little olive oil. Please, no canola oil, none of that other stuff.
It's really bad
Use
for you.
olive oil. It's really
Allegedly,
good.
But it is. RFK says it's bad
I
for you.
believe him.
I believe
RFK
him.
is in great shape, and I believe him. But I'm not a fan of that other oil anyway. I like real butter. So if you have to add some, then do. And then what you do is you put one little kernel of popcorn in there, and when that pops, then it's ready.
It's ready.
So you put enough to cover the bottom of the pot. You don't put too much. You don't put too little, because too little, then it winds up being kind of oily. Too much, and you'll wind up burning it.
I think you're committed.
So you put it in. You put it in there. Then you cover it up. And I have a lid for this this pot that has the pot has little things on the side so you can pour stuff out of it, and the lid has little holes in it in two places so that the air can escape. That's important for your popcorn. So you put that in there, and then you put the popcorn in there, and you wait. And here's the key: that you as you think it's done, you count to 5 every time you hear it go, or you see it go. 1, 2, 3. If you get to 5 before you hear another, that means it's ready. Pour it into your big salad bowl. I mean, bigger than my head. Right? Pour it into your salad bowl, and you won't have any kernels in there, which is important because way back when, before I was a master popcorn chef, there would be kernels in there, and the only time I've ever broken a tooth has been on one of those
That'll do it.
little kernels in there that you don't know is there, and all of a sudden. So please count to 5. Use your bacon grease. I promise you're going to love it. And then if you're really daring, you can put some Tony Chachere's on it, or there's another spice called Slap Yo Mama. Comes in a yellow, and you sprinkle it on there. It's so good. I make great popcorn. Right?
You do. John is.
And I make
quite
a
the
dandy
popcorn
latte.
Chef. Yes.
I'll explain
That's as
lattes
well.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's next week.
That's next week. Yeah.
You know, there's more popcorn grown in Indiana than any other state, so that's cool. That was one of our questions a while back. So we're in Indiana, of course. And another brand that we're very proud of is Steak and Shake. And the reason for
2.5 minutes.
they do the beef tallow, like RFK. They were the first to do that. But
Got
also, the most recent wonderful thing they're doing is they're going to fly a gigantic American flag over every Steak and Shake. These folks are patriots. We're Hoosiers. We love you, and we do. I love Steak and Shake, so we do eat there a lot.
I remember
When
they
we
built
can.
one. They built one in my not far from my high school, and oh gosh,
They're
it was
good
great.
people.
They're terrific, and I'll bet you they were inspired by another great family, another great company is Camping World, because Camping World received a little bit of flack. Imagine this: there were people that wanted
Flying
them
a
to take
flag?
down their
The American
huge
flag?
They said it's distracting, and they said, "So what?" And they left the flag up. Yes, Camping World, we love you, Camping
And
World.
real
we love
quick.
you, Steak and Shake.
Our map is from Camping World. A couple people have asked about that.
An atlas.
And the atlas, we get our atlases from there. But the map, when I put the stickies on,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, for when we reach the state, you can get that at Camping World. Somebody asked about that, so thank you.
Well,
for
and
the
you know
reminder.
that actually is a big sticker that you're supposed to put on the side of your motorhome,
Right.
which we may do. I feel like we've neglected the motorhome.
Well, it's
back
because we have to dart in and out very quickly. So
Yeah.
after the July 4th, we'll be in a motorhome a lot.
back in the motorhome with the golf clubs, just kind of kicking back a little bit. But I'll be in the motorhome editing, because we have to get this out. I still don't know the how it comes together is going to dictate whether it's going to be 10 episodes, 5 states long, or 5 episodes, 10 states
The
long.
creative process.
I'm not sure. It's going to let me know. This is our last minute. We so appreciate you being here. Pay attention to what's going on. The midterms are coming up. So look at those rascals, study those rascals so that you have your rascal in power come the midterms. And big news in Texas. It appears that that folks in Texas and North Carolina. Anyway, last night seemed to be
Primary.
a bit of, and the primary seemed to be. Am I overstepping to say it was kind of a
Pro-MAGA.
clean sweep with all the MAGA folk? Yeah, and by the way, MAGA. The problem with what they're doing is that MAGA sounds like maggot.
They love that.
MAGA, reconnecting. Look at that right there. Maybe
We're
it's
done.
not really. MAGA means make America great again. What's wrong with that?
And MAHA
Nothing.
is make America healthy again. We love that. And we want to say thank you to the troops. We've lost some. We're
Yes.
basically, I don't know, they don't like calling it war, it seems, but we are engaged with Iran.
Military action.
Yes. So thank you to our troops, and so sorry for the losses.
So yeah, it's a military action. We want to thank all of our wonderful troops. We know that the last count I think was 6. We have lost 6 American soldiers, and our sincere condolences go out to their families, because these are truly heroes. So thank you for your incredible sacrifice. We so appreciate it. That's all the time we have. This has been Drinks. Well, empty drinks with Dee Dee.
And John.
That's me. I
Love you.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye,
See
you
you next
all.
time.
We'll see you next week from somewhere. We don't know where.